Good morning, friends. I need to adjust my camera. Welcome to Knits by Scent. It is the Wednesday after Maryland Sheep and Wool. I'm really sorry about the lighting. I thought leaving my weaving room would be better. I'm not sure. Let me try that. I think that might help. So while I'm standing, you're probably wondering, what is this contraption this child has on? So let me take it off because it's actually making me a little warm. So this, let's try that. Hey, there we go. I think that's better. Yeah, there we go. So there's a little story behind this. But before I do that, I am Cynthia. This is Knits by Scent. This is my little corner of YouTube where I talk about all my yarny fun that I have. Knitting, crochet, weaving. I'll show you what's on my weaving loom. And yeah, spinning. Gosh, how did I forget spinning? And spinning. So today I'm going to pretty much talk about my little haul. Okay, maybe not so little. From Rhinebeck, and also before I went to I'm sorry, scratch that. It's early. Oh my gosh. Oh, let me get reoriented to where I am. Not Rhinebeck, but Maryland Sheep and Wool. Before I went to Maryland Sheep and Wool a couple of weeks ago, about, I guess maybe 2 weeks ago or so, I went up to New York to visit my children. And while I was there, I was like, oh, yarn stores near me. I was in Guilderland, New York, which is part of the Capital District area, Albany area. That lighting is still so weird. Let me try to move the camera, see if it'll help. That's better. Okay, here I am. Hi. Anyway, so CC Wools popped up, and when I went to Rhinebeck in October, CC Wools was there, and it was like the first fluff of wool that I purchased and spun and everything. So I was like, oh, let me go check out their store. Oh, their store is so darn cute. If you are in the Capital District area and you want to just experience, I don't know, just customer service goodness, a small little store, CC's Wool, so CECE apostrophe S Wool, and it's in Guilderland. Nice little shop. So anyway, I got some things from there, and I know I'm not looking at the camera. I'm gonna keep trying to look at the camera, but just be nice to me, okay? Anyway, so I when we go to these festivals, a lot of times we get our merit badges. And when I was in Rhinebeck, there was two ladies, and they were walking around. They had their sashes on. I was like, oh, that is so cute, and that's a great idea, because I got these buttons, and I'm like, I really don't know what to do with them. And so at the last minute, one of my friends, we call ourselves our little tribe, and we've gone to now two sheep and wool festivals, and we're part of a knitting group, Loosely Knit. That's the name of the group. And Deborah was like, oh, I'm trying to hurry up and get my, she went to make her like little knitted top for Maryland Sheep and Wool. And I was like, that's right. Now I have not made those type of wearables yet. And so I'm like, well, what can I make real quick? I can weave a sash. So I did that. I did it, but I did it ass backwards. I forgot to do one of the most important things, which was to measure, to figure out how long I needed my sash to be. I didn't do it. So that was on me, 100%. But that's okay. When I realized so this was the first sash that I did. And this, that's just the back of a pen right there. This is actually made out of cotton. All of it, actually. The warp was dyed like this teal and blue colors, and it came from a D-stash from Deborah's mom, and she had a lot of that crochet yarn, and I had took I don't know what the weights are because it's not on it, if it's an 8-2, 5-2, whatever, but I took one of the thicker ones, and oops, I forgot 2 ends there. Oh well. I took that, I dyed that with some cotton yarn a while ago. And the weft is cotton yarn that I actually spun up and dyed myself. Kind of like in the same category. And then when I tried it on, I was like, that is a wee bit too short. So then I did another one. And I was thinking, oh my God, I will never get done with this. And then I was like, well, you do have a first half. They are not the same size or width. And at that point, I was just like, I really don't care. So I decided to make this part the back and this one's the front. But I want to show you, look at that. I weaved like little finger fringes. Isn't that so cute? Yes, it's a little time consuming. It takes longer, but it's so fun. And then you can make like, purposely put holes in there. Hold on. Gotta be a better way. There we go. So you can just do like kind of fun and crazy weaves, and that's what I did. Purposely made these holes in them, and I was just switching up the colors. Now the weft, a lot of this weft here, this here, all of this, I actually spun and dyed myself. This here, these darker ones are from the crochet cotton that I dyed also. So I was just playing around with some color and stuff. So this is fun. So anyway, so now my pins have a new home. And I'm actually going to keep this sash because it was my first one. And, you know, yep, I did it very wrong. But at the same time, I got compliments on it. So it couldn't have been that wrong, right? Hold that for me, Loom. All right. I just realized I forgot to grab my bag from Gilderlin. Let me go grab that real quick. So, hold please. Okay, I'm back. All right, so look at this cute little bag. This is my CC Wool haul. So darn cute. All right, so while I was like searching for a yarn store near me when I was in New York, I actually looked at their website to see like, well, okay, what you got? So they actually had, and I actually enjoy spinning cotton. And it's not the easiest thing in the world to spin, but it's also not impossible. So they had cotton bats. So, you know, they had like this big, ginormous pound of cotton. Look at that. And I was like, well, let me get a quarter pound of cotton. So I got that, and I did start spinning it up. I'm looking to see if I can locate my box with my spindles in it, and I'm just thinking of where it's at right now. I was actually going to show you. Oh, I got two. Okay. So I did start spinning it up. This is on my support Russian spindle, and this is my Tockley. I was hoping to get another Tockley at the Maryland Sheep and Wool, but they didn't have there was one seller there, granted it's Sheep and Wool, okay. But there was one seller there and she didn't have I didn't particularly want that type of Tockley. To put that, there we go. Hold that for, I'll just hold on in the box here for a second. Okay, so anyway, so I got cotton and I got some sock yarn. This DK Feederbrook Farm. They were in the same section. They're gonna be crazy different, but I don't care. Cece actually handed me some flax. She said, try that. So I'm actually gonna share some of this with I know it's not much, with my friend Deborah, because she actually, she was trying to grow some flax and didn't realize that she wasn't supposed to water it so much, so she kind of drowned it. Sorry, Deborah. But she's going to try again. Little bundles of wool. This will probably most likely go into like a funky scarf type thing or situation, most likely. Let's see. I did get some bead and wax for my multiple looms and probably my spinning wheel and some other items. And there was this scarf, and I wish I had taken a picture of it, but I didn't. And yesterday I realized when I took a picture of my haul that this yarn is actually different than what I got at Maryland Sheep and Wool, thinking it was the same type of yarn, but that's okay because I like them both. But anyway, this was the weft of, the warp of the loom, and this was the weft. And so it's, as you can see, it's like pretty much how I spin yarn. It's inconsistent, so on purpose. So you have some very small parts, and then you have some very floofy parts. Okay, I don't really have a lot of floof in mine, but anyway, and on the scarf it looks so nice. So I can't wait to do that. So I got this purple and like this kind of like pale pink rather color. That's kind of hard with the lighting and everything. And then I got this kind of green. I do a lot of purple and greens lately, and teals. And that one, the cream. And then I got this cute little, okay, I'm gonna put this back in here. Drop everything everywhere. Okay, there. All right. And I got this little tin to hold, like, aren't they so cute? Stitch markers. And these stitch markers, and there are stitch markers in here. They have like little sheep on them. Let's see if I can get it angled in the camera right without twisting my arm. I'll just give you an idea. They're so cute. There's different little pictures. It wasn't a safety pin, which really wasn't meant to be pinned on you because that sucker broke in no time. But that's okay. So I'm glad I have this little box to keep them in. So cute. And I will use them. I think, and I did get a magazine, but I don't know where's that. So anyway, so that was from CC Wool. Got some sock yarn. I'm really excited about that. All right, now let me grab a sip of water. Followed by some coffee. Okie dokie. Maryland Sheep and Wool. Okay. First stop was at the auction booth. Now, normally I would not even pay attention to the auction, but I was just curious, like, what do they have? So I got a couple of things, not too many things. Two things, actually. Oh, sorry, there's a dog walking by, so I'll let him have his tizzy. Actually, that's his arch enemy, too. I don't know why my dog hates that dog. For no reason. Anyway, so while we were there, we tried, for the most part, we all just kind of stuck together so we lose each other in this crowd of hundreds and thousands of people. Emily, one of my tribe members, wanted a wheel, and there was a wheel, like, they don't even make this wheel anymore, and I think they stopped making them either in 1939 or 1950, I'm not 35 or 54 or something like that, long time ago, before any of the tribe members were born. And other than like a little crack in the wood that could probably be filled carefully with some wood glue, filled it back in with some wood, that thing looked beautiful, and it was on sale for $100. And I'm like, Emily, this is a steal. Like, it's $100, and it worked. It's great, beautiful. So she got it, which was nice, and we rode up in our Claire's Honda Pilot. So she had trunk room for the wheel and all of our stuff. So that was pretty cool. But what I got, I wanted to purposely see if they had like drop spindles, because I wanted this actually type of drop spindle that has like a cavity there and it's a little bit bigger. And this was actually so cute. Look at that. So it was in this sort of kind of, it was in a bag, but sort of kind of like this box. It's backwards, I think. So it says, friendship is the heart of life, and then it's got a little heart and sheep, but you ain't got no friends with them though. That's kind of odd. And it also came with not this spindle, this other couple more drop spindles for $40. A spindle like this nowadays starts at $60 alone. So I thought that was a pretty good deal. And so I started spinning some wool that I got at the Maryland Sheep and Wool. There. So that was that. And then I also saw, all right then, just fall on over, some cute little shuttle boats. And these were $40 too. So $20 a piece. That's actually not bad. And it's wood. Might be kind of heavy. But I can use it for, narrow projects. Like a scarf or something like that. A neck scarf. Come on. Alright. Just going to lay that down because it's just... Alright. And then... I don't know what the next place was, so I'm just gonna go through. I was looking at the vendors online. Like, if you went to the page for the Maryland Sheep and Wool, and there we had the vendors listed. Some of them actually have links to their store, their website, and so I could see what people sold, and it kind of got an idea of like where I wanted to navigate to, which I think actually was a good idea for me. I still looked at everything and everybody, but I knew that there were specific things that I wanted, and this is specifically something that I wanted. This is, and it's from Boop, and this is roving. It actually has nylon in it, so it's so pretty. I love these colors, but you pull it from the center. So what I know I'm going to have to do when I'm ready to work on this, because I'm going to actually attempt to make sock yarn. I don't know. I don't know. I'm gonna give it a try. But I will have to weigh it first so that, and probably throughout, so I can keep track of the halfway mark. We'll see. Or I guess it would be 2/4. Like, yeah, just keep track of the weight as I'm going, so I could have even bobbins. And then I got, I don't remember, because the tag came off, but just some plain wool. I think this is Polworth. It's either Polworth or Cowarp. I have to look it up. I can't remember. But unfortunately the tag came off, but it's super soft. It's very, very soft. All right, I'm gonna put that on the floor. Let's see. And then this I know is Polworth. I saw this bat. Look at that. Again, the purple and the green. There's some white mixed up in there. So there was 2 of them, and Deborah, she really liked it as well. So I was like, hey, I'll get one, you get one. So I started spinning with that. There was a spin-in on Friday night, and we had planned to go to that, so we did. I'm sorry, not Friday night, Saturday night. We didn't go Friday. We went to Saturday and Sunday, which was enough. My hip joints were screaming at me on Sunday. But that's okay. It was fun. They have recovered. Really soft. Okay. And then let's go to the yarn. And then I'll get to the other stuff. I know it's kind of a little all over the place. Oh, and at the spin-in, they have like little friendly competitions and stuff. And one of these ladies at the table, she won 2 of these. It's just a giveaway. This is actually Targi. We got here is very nice wool to spin. And she was going to give it to her friend. And I was like, because she was just like, I just got way too much. I want it. I mean, I got a lot too. But, I mean, Targi, though. I don't have I don't think I have Tardy. So she's like, I said, do you want to share? And she's like, here. I was like, thank you. Yeah, so I got something else there too, but it wasn't yarn. So, okay, I got 3 skeins of from Neighborhood Fiber Co. The funny thing is, Claire, we both went to that booth together. These items there's a lot, 50% off. Claire got the same colorway essentially, but in mohair. It was so funny because we weren't like standing next to each other when we were picking out our colors and stuff. It's just hilarious. And again, more purple and green. I don't know what to say about it. I love the combination. Yep, so got that. Don't know what's going to happen with that yet. Something wonderful, I'm sure. So, let me not get this confused because this was already talked about. And I'm going to put this with my my bag because there's room in the bag. All right, so when I was shopping around, I saw this bubble yarn, and so I didn't have the yarn from CC Wool with me. So in my mind, when I saw this, I was thinking it was the same type of spinning design, and it's not, but I love it. And I'm really not a yarn, like a art yarn person. At least I don't think that I am, but I think because it's smaller, it was more appealing to me. I'm like, that is so cool. And I'm like, I want to spin yarn like this. Not all the time, but I think it's so cool. So anyway, so I got, yes, green and purple. And this actually came from Dancing Leaf. And I had to find my warp. And this one, I don't remember the store I got this from. But this one, so it'll go like this, these two. And they're different. But this was from Floradora Fibers. Although, I think where they actually got these from is the same company because, oh no, no, it's not. I thought there was the same type of fluffy. Oh, so never mind, it's from Fluffy Fiber Farm. Somehow or another, I ended up with an extra tag and it confused me yesterday. But anyway, so this one will go with this one. Yeah. So these will be like regular, neck scarves. Go around your neck, like 10-inch or whatever. So I got that. And, okay, that's it for the yarn. Hold that for me. Okay. And then I got some tools. I did get another spindle, which I already started testing out. So not this, but look at this beauty. I'm trying to think of where I got this because I paid cash for it, and they called this Purple Heart, but it is a support spindle, and it spins pretty nicely. So it's not technically. I mean, you can use it as a drop spindle. I'm not gonna do it with this yarn because it's very soft. I'm afraid it might take it off. So anyway, but it's so pretty. So we got this beautiful support spindle. And again, I wish I could remember the name of the company, but I don't. So from these three. Okay. From Dan Tracy Designs. This is little, it's backwards. I got these 3 things. So this is something that was on my list. It's the staff. So when you're holding you wrap your fleece around it, for those of you who don't know. Lots of videos out there on how to use it. And he actually was demonstrating on how to use it with his support spindles. He used a double lap one, and I definitely, this was on my list, and I sought him out, and he allowed me to like try like different ones, and I, instead of getting the double lap one, I just got this one that goes over. It just sits on my leg. Let me see if I can get my camera down to show you. See, so it just sits on my leg like that, and then I can demonstrate with this. So there you go. Now I do have the one that sits between my thighs. And it's in my little box there. And I got it, I ordered it from an Etsy shop. I believe it came from Peru. And I like it, I do. But I have noticed that sometimes it will kind of slip down, and then depending on how wide the whirl is, it bumps my leg and it kind of stops the spinning. So that's, yeah. So now I got a different form, and all of these are handcrafted, so none of them are exactly the same. But yeah, like that. I also wanted to get a wavy stick. This is for weaving, so you can actually create waves in your weft, which is pretty darn cool. So got one of those, and yeah, and the distaff. So I have to get some ribbon because I don't have any, or I don't have to get ribbon. I can use thicker yarn, but don't use rubber bands. It'll have the drip of death on it, and then you can't, your yarn won't, your wool won't draft out. Almost done. I also got some, I wanted to try Scour Power. So one of the little shops, I think the same shop where I got those, it was the same shop where I got the plain wool. They had like just a little kit that has the Scour Shower, the conditioner, and the so the unicorn fiber stuff, yeah, and the wash. So got that, just a little one. Oh, also from, did they stick it in here? No. From same place where I got my big drop support spindle there, I got tiny little shuttles so that when I'm doing my finger weaving, yes, I don't have to use that, but I prefer to. But yeah. So I got a couple of those different colors. Or if you're, I mean, I don't know, for me, I probably wouldn't. I mean, like I could use it if I do like a bookmark or something like that, but which I can't. I don't know if I would do that, but anyway. I think I mentioned this, and yes, I did. That's from CC. It escaped the bag. So I also, so I was working on finishing up this hat. It's a lace hat. I know I messed up on it, but I don't really care. I'll keep this one. Well, I only know that I made some boo-boos, but I mean, it looks pretty consistent. It's not so obvious. So anyway, and I forgot my DPNs, and one escaped. And so while we were there, Sunday, I was on a mission. I was kind of like looking for a couple of things. We got a little separated, which was okay. And Claire, so I found like a little like chill out resting space. And Claire was like, hey, there's some DPNs over there for like $3 at that booth. And I was like, oh, cool. And they're short. They have long ones, but they have short ones. And I have been trying to find short DPNs for the longest time for like socks, when I was making my fingerless gloves and you're doing the thumb gusset. It's just so much easier with shorter sticks. So I got multiple different sizes of them so that when I'm doing socks and thumb gussets and whatever, closing hats, I don't have to deal with these big sticks for that type of thing. And I still have, regular size, but I don't need any more of those. I forgot them. So I got lots of little wooden double DPNs. And this was from Wool and Alpaca, Alfred Family Farms and Spinnery. Yeah. And it's the rest of this set. All right, there's that. And then just a couple of more things. I'm kind of annoyed because I had a sheep sticker from Claire and the sheep ran away. I cannot find it. It dropped somewhere. I mean, it's in my house, but it dropped somewhere. I'm just not sure where. So at the spin-in, everyone gets a chance to win something. And actually, the lady that won the wool, she was the first one that was called, and so she got two skeins of, or not skeins, but things of roving. Whenever my number came up, I actually got to pick something from the table. So I don't know. I got this cute little lamb bell and this, I guess, ornament of a sheep. And then my friend Deborah, this is not Deborah, but this is also from Claire. It's a little, it says Maryland Sheep and Wool 2025. So a little swag, because I actually did not go to the swag store. That's what I call it, the swag store. But she also gave a sticker of a sheep. There was 4 of us, and we got to pick different sheep, and it'll surface. So anyway, I also got this pin. That's one thing, like, I guess they don't do like the merit badges and things like that there. And I got a turtle. Where's my turtle? Because I love turtles. And it's green and pinkish. That's okay. And teals. But yeah, so that's all my goodies from Maryland Sheep and Wool and my pre-Maryland Sheep and Wool. But I had a blast. I had a lot of fun. I also got soap. It's in my bathroom. I got soap from my husband from this one place, Utopia, I believe it is, and he got a little windmill thing. And I got, and that's lanolin soap. And then I got goat soap from, I don't remember the name of the company. Sorry, but it smells so good. So anyway, yeah, what was I saying? So that's my haul. That's my goodies. And I'm gonna just kind of move this out the way, but I was gonna show you what's on my loom. Let me tell you what the yarn is real quick. So I had ordered a long time ago. It's called Coffee Shop by Premier. I had ordered 4 capes. So my friend that's having the baby in June, I was going to make her baby's blanket with this colorway. But then she didn't want pink. That's what she said. No pink. So I was like, okay, no problem. Actually, that's not all the colors. I think this will show you better. Ooh, jeez. Okay. Very pretty. It's got the beige and the pink and the whole nine, right? And then we were talking, because I don't see her all the time. And we were talking. I was like, how are you doing? Da, da, da. Excuse me 1 second. And she said, good. And she said, the baby's room is ready. And she said, I'll send you a picture. I said, okay, yeah, send me a picture. And she says, I know I said no pink, but the room is like, not pink, but like kind of like a mauve-y pink, and like this kind of subtle like mixture of mauve, purple, like, I don't know, it's really pretty. So I was like, that will clash big time with her baby's room. So no problem, because I have a backup, and I already had it, so I didn't have to buy any more yarn. And I started weaving it last night, and I think I just found a floater. Dag on it, sure did. I missed it. Anyway, I'm going to turn my camera around. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? But yeah, I just saw a floater from the other side. Can't see it now. Oh, there it is. Yeah. I'm going to put a little thing on here so I can mark that spot. But yeah, so I started that yesterday. And I should actually finish it today, honestly. I love weaving. Things are so much, they're so fast. Once it's set up, it's fast. And my hands don't hurt. And I want to work on it because my hands get so tired with knitting and things like that. I've had to knit like big projects, so. But I also need to finish my hat because I only have to take it off and sew up the top, and that's done. Yeah. All right, folks. That's all I got for you today. And yeah, I'm tired. I'm so tired because it was 2 days of fun, and it poured down cats and dogs. If there's a way I can get that footage, because I took like an 11-second video of the downpour, and my friend, and it was funny because Claire and I were in the Viking barn, and Deborah and Emily were in barn, I don't know, 5 or 6 or whatever the number was, and there's a river flowing between us, and it just poured down rain. Some of the vendors got flooded. Somebody's, and the wind was just so hard. One of the pottery guys, I think, lost like a shelf or two of product, which is really sad and unfortunate because that's money lost, big time. Gosh. But anyway, but you know, we still had a good time. Sunday was much better. And we just had a ball. And then I had to work on Monday. We got home kind of late on Sunday. But I had to work Monday, and then I had to take my dad places yesterday. So today is my day to like ignore the world and do my happy things. Just kidding. Okay, no, I'm not. I'm not kidding. All right, let me stop talking. Let me stop chit-chatting and say goodbye. Till the next time. Bye.